He's perfect. Okay. Also remember, if you have any questions, to please pop them in the question box and I will get to them at the end. Just going to just see which way we're facing. Are we on the right way? Great. We're close up here. It is super hot in Durban. Like, it's so hot. Let me just put you away. There we go. Okay, guys, welcome to the call. My name is Wendy Abel. For those of you who don't know me, you can see me there. But if you have any team members that want to be on this call, it is always nice to be on a live call because, you get to ask questions. You learn from the other questions that are on as well, which is really nice. I just want to pop a message in here. Let everyone know we're starting because everyone needs a little bit of a help sometimes. And there's nothing worse than you missing a call and you wish you'd been on. Just turn it on. Okay, sorry. Just popping reminders. Call. And one more. Yes, so tonight I am going to do a little bit of product training so that you guys know more about products. But I was just thinking about something and I wanted to share it with you. That was quite interesting for me. There we go. Right. So I was just thinking today, in this business, it's not something that obviously everybody can do. Network marketing is very different to the 9-to-5 job and all that. But the difference is you get to own your own business without having to pay a huge fortune to do it. You get help from people that are willing to help you, that are not, anyone will help anyone because we want you to be successful. And you get to write your own paycheck at the end of the day. Now, you have to have something that is very important, and that is called your why. Your why is the most important thing that you can have in network marketing because it is not something that we force you to do. It is not something that you will wake up every day and be motivated to do. This is something that you actually have to put your blood, sweat, and tears into to be successful because it is what you put in as to what you're going to get out. So having a why is super, super important. Now, if you were working 9-to-5 or you do work 9-to-5, your why is if you don't, you will get fired and then you will not have a paycheck. So you don't basically have to know, should I or shouldn't I go to work today? There's no option. You be at work or you get fired. Now, with network marketing or having your own business, you're not going to get fired. No one's forcing you to go. But the more effort you put in, the more you're going to get out. So you have to have a why that drives. So just like if you were New Year's resolutions, let's say, people will put a picture of themselves thin on the fridge so that every time they open the fridge, they'll not eat anything because they can see themselves thin. Or they'll go buy a really nice outfit that's 2 sizes too small because they know that they want to fit into it. Every time they see it, they are reminded not to eat the rubbish or to go for a walk or to do something that is going to improve their body's shape. Now, that is like encouragement to keep on going, right? So you need to have a why. So my why is the faces that I kiss every morning and the faces that I kiss every night. Good night. My children are my why. And they always have been. I started this business because that time ago, 6-7 years ago, my daughter wanted to do this elite dancing program and I just couldn't afford it, along with the private schools and everything that goes on with kids. You know what it's like. She was 12 at the time and 11, 12. And I just didn't have an extra $1,000 a month. So I started then because I wanted that she really, really wanted to do, but I just afforded it with the money that was coming into our family at that time. My why. So when I woke up, it was I need to make the most of this month because $5,000 by the end of the month to pay for this elite dancing program. And just saying, she is actually one exam away that she can actually teach ballet now, and she's only 18. So it was worth every penny. But that was my why then. Then a few months later, COVID happened, and we had literally the whole carpet was ripped up from underneath us because we had a church. We had to close our church. I had a gym. I could not train anymore. My why became a bit more than just my daughter's dancing. My why then was I need to put my children through a private school. I know so many people that had to actually take out a special deal with the bank and all that to keep their child into school, or have a thing with the school to keep their child in school, or take their children out of school and put them in a non-private school because they just couldn't afford it in those COVID times. So I can thank God now that I didn't have to do that because of Organo. But my why then changed just from 5,000 Rand to rands. And I can tell you that we boomed in COVID. Actually, Organo was the biggest we've ever been in COVID. Because everyone was on the same mission. Everyone was on a mission to put food on their table, to put their children through school, to pay the rent, to all do all those things that we needed to do to keep healthy and everything. So it was like a huge boom. I think I got to Emerald in 6 months, which is like huge, because everyone had this why that they had to do something for themselves. And then it kind of peters off a while. People went back to work and their focus wasn't on that anymore. But let me tell you that you can never have enough liquid cash. You can never have enough to save for that rainy day, or to help your parents, or to put your children through tertiary education. Now, I mean, our children don't want to stay in South Africa anymore. They want to study overseas. And studying overseas means timesing by 17, 18. But you can never, ever have enough cash. So this is why we need to change our mindsets now. From the why you need to have it big and bold. You need to have it, write it down and say, why am I doing this? What has interested me and made me interested in? And that has to keep you going every single day, because your motive. It's like saying, I want to go, things happen, and then you don't go, and then a whole week goes by and you haven't been, and then another week goes by. The motivation does dip. So you need to have discipline in order to keep the motivation going. You need the discipline. So you need that why to be strong. You need that why to say, right, if I do not do this today, that's going to happen. Or if I do not sell to 10 people this month, I will not have 2,000 Rand of the month that I need to pay X with. So have something that is just strong in you, that if you're having you've had 20 no's already that day, that keeps you going for that extra piece. Like, I do get down, and my husband is my biggest rah-rah, and he will always say to me, right, look what you have achieved, what you have done. Now, what do you want to do to get to that point? And then he'll give me some advice on how to get there. So I'm very blessed like that. Even though at the time when he's telling me what to do, I just think, you do it. But anyways, so you really need to build yourself up in, why am I wanting this extra income? And I've said it on the last call, I'll say it every single time, that God uses us in different ways. So there's a reason why you're here. There is a reason why you started this. Someone is this opportunity, or someone somewhere is praying for a product that works for them, that they don't have to take pharmaceuticals for the rest of their life. So you need to be aware of that, and you need to know, right, to do X, Y, and Z by the end of the week to achieve so much. And just have a goal. Basically, your why must drive you towards your goal. So very important, at the end of every week, on a Monday morning or on a Sunday night, it's quite nice on a Sunday night to set your goals for the week and say, right, this is what I want to achieve by Friday. Set yourself small goals. I want to sell 3 boxes. I want to recruit one, even if it's one. You have to speak to 10 people in order to get one. So set yourself goals, but have your why super, super, super strong in your mind, that no matter what your day looks like, no matter how you feel, no matter what your motivation tank is at, if it's at empty or half, that the discipline will get you going, and that is what will drive you. So I just wanted to give you that bit of, while I was cutting my mango in the kitchen, I thought, you know what? If I was 5, I wouldn't have an option. I would have to get up every single morning. I'd have to get in my car and I'd have to go to work and I'd have to sit there the whole day and I'd have to do things that I don't really want to do for someone who's telling me what to do. And I wouldn't be able to see my kids and I wouldn't be able to fetch them from school and I wouldn't be able to look at the beautiful dogs all day and go on a cruise and do all the things that I want to do with my family if I had 9 to 5, and I wouldn't have an option. I wouldn't be able to say no coming in today because my daughter's in a play and I would like to watch her at school. So I count my blessings every day, but I have to do the work. I do not sit here and expect other people to do the work. I do 10 times more than what my downlines do, guaranteed. If I had to write down everything I did in the day and say to them, this is what I did today, it would be interesting to see how many could match, because I have that why. This is our income. This is our only income. So if I don't do what I'm supposed to do, then the outcome will not be so great. So yes, so in saying that, I am very blessed to be here to able to help you in your journey with Organo, but it has to start with you. You have to start from a place of, I need this, I want this, I'm going to do this, no matter what. No matter what my day looks like, no matter how I feel, this is for me and my family. And you could have a different why. It could be anything. Maybe you don't have kids. Maybe you retiring and you need it for your retirement fund because it isn't so great. Or maybe you're doing it and you're passing out and you're 18 and you don't want to go and study something that's going to be replaced by AI and you want to be an entrepreneur and make your own money in your business. So everybody's why is different, but just make sure that why drives you every single day. But yes, so that was just my little chat. Let me see, there is a question here. Janine, well done on your first sale. That was very good today. She sold a copper pack, so that was very good. I want to know, please, how the points work. What do we get from this one? So you sold a copper pack today. So you get 100 points on your name. Sorry, that's my dog. You get 100 points on your name. That means you've done your minimum monthly order. And that's great. So because your client wanted the copper pack, you placed it on your name because a copper pack on your back office. They want it because those are specifically for distribution partners. So for yourself, you've gained 100 points. That means you are on your way to be a marketing associate and you've done your minimum monthly order, which is great. So well done. If someone underneath you had bought a copper pack, if you had signed someone up with a copper pack, then that would have been 40 CV into your legs. It would have been $5 fast track bonus, and they themselves would have got 100 PV as their personal volume points. So you get those, if they're underneath you, you get those in your group volume points. So just know that all promotional sales packs, we have to place them on our names if a client wants them because they're not available in the back office as a retail customer. But you've made your retail profit, which is amazing, and your copper pack's going straight to their front door. There's no price invoice in the box, so well done. Any other questions while I'm here? I want to get a lot of questions about products and which product is good for what. You just have to know. The main thing you need to do is focus on the Ganoderma lucidum. Lead with the mushroom. I actually got asked today, what is reishi mushroom? Reishi is Ganoderma. So it is Ganoderma lucidum is the scientific name of the mushroom. The Japanese call it the reishi mushroom and the Chinese call it lynx. It's all exactly the same thing. So when you're saying the reishi mushroom, same thing as Ganoderma. So you yourself as the distribution partner must know that. So if your client asks you or someone that's interested in the business asks you, you know that Ganoderma and reishi is exact thing. So the Ganoderma, the reishi mushroom, is in every single one of our products. No matter what product they choose, they will get the full benefits of Ganoderma in that product. So it's very, very important. There's no one product that hasn't got it in it. Every single product has Ganoderma in it. You want people to choose the flavor they love. That is important because you don't want to sell them a latte that's sweet and creamy, but they don't like anything sweet and creamy. They like black coffee, or they like bitter, or they like tea. So you don't sell them just because you want to get a sale, or you want to get that special, or you want to get that 100 points. Don't sell that pack if they are not going to drink it, because when you follow up with them, which you will do because we are follow-up people, when you follow up with them and like, oh, I didn't like the taste, I only drank 2 and I gave it to my auntie's uncle's brother's cousin, and then you've got nothing to work with. So sell them the flavor that they love, that they're going to drink every day. So ask that question. How do you normally drink your coffee? How do you normally take what's your morning beverage? And then they will tell you, I like it sweet and creamy. Awesome. We have the latte, which is super great. We have the mocha, which is nice and chocolatey. So know the differences because you want them to buy the product they love. In saying that, there are some differences in the products. Now, I know you guys have seen this if you were on the last call or my video, but this is available until tomorrow. Guys, you have until tomorrow. Oh, so Janine, the client that bought your copper pack, they will get 5 of these sachets as well in their order. So they'll be very excited about that. So this is finishing tomorrow. That means you have to get your 100-point order in by tomorrow, whether it's a copper pack, whether it's a reverse copper pack, whether it's single products adding up to 100 points. You need 100 points to get these. If you don't have money tomorrow, but you have money next week, place the order in the system as a bank EFT, and you have 5 working days to pay it. So that means by next week, Friday, you must have paid for the order that you placed. But these will be in the things, but I just wanted to show you the different sizes because a lot of people don't know that as well. Now, every pack is different size. Well, not really everyone because the king and the black are pretty similar. So this is what your sachet looks, super convenient, super easy. You can tear it open or you can cut it open, and your coffee with the Ganoderma is mixed inside already. A lot of people don't know that it's an instant coffee. It is an instant Arabica bean coffee. So it tastes like beans, but of course we can't infuse the Ganoderma into the bean. So the bean has to be ground down first, then we infuse the Ganoderma into it, and that's why it's an instant coffee that you just add hot water to it. You do not add boiling water to it because that will burn derma. Hot water, like just boil your kettle, leave it for a minute or 2, and then pour it in. I actually pour my milk and put my sachet inside and then add my hot water. But everything is in sachet, so really convenient. So your black coffee is the most popular. That's why we have it in the copper pack available for everybody, but it is the most popular because there are 30 sachets, because it's really easy drinking coffee. Once you taste the black, it doesn't taste like you're having anything different. And you can add milk and sugar to it. You don't have to drink it black. Yes, black coffee is the most popular, 30 sachets in the black coffee. The King coffee is the same size sachet, but now the King coffee, so the mushroom comes in 3 different parts. It's the Ganoderma lucidum, which is the big part of the mushroom. It's called the flesh. The Ganoderma mycelium, which is the tiny little, mycelium are the roots. So you'll get that in the mycelium capsules. They are the roots of the mushroom. And the spore powder, which is in the King coffee, and the spore powder capsules, they're tiny little seeds underneath the roof of the mushroom that are crushed, double cracked, crushed, and put into the King coffee and the spore powder capsules. So the coffee is different because it has spore powder in. So spore powder is specifically for health conditions. So if it's a cancer patient or HIV, fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis, I always suggest the King coffee too because it's a very healing coffee. They also can add milk and sugar to it if they wanted to. It's a black Arabica bean coffee with the Ganoderma spores inside. And it's slightly more, it is more pricey because of the spore powder, but it definitely is a healing coffee. So chronic, I would suggest that. So if they say to you they are chronic, first tell them that it is a black Arabica bean coffee. You can add milk and sugar to it, but it is really good for healing purposes. So those are the 2 black. The Royal we don't have at the minute in the warehouse, but the Royal is a 3 mushroom blend. So you get Ganoderma lucidum, the flesh of the mushroom. You get the lion's mane, which is definitely for focus and cognition. And you get the cordyceps as well inside the Royal coffee. So that is a 3 mushroom blend. So that is our prime. It's like our flagship product. It is the most expensive product because it has 3 organic mushrooms inside it with Arabica bean coffee. So those are the 3 black coffees that we have. And then I'm going to go into the Supreme because that's one that's slightly different as well. So it also has your Ganoderma lucidum inside, the flesh of the body. And then, so I'm just opening up the sachet. So this is your Supreme. Supreme is different because it has ginseng and maca root in as well. So it says it on the sachet. It'll say Ganoderma, ginseng, reishi, stroke Ganoderma, and maca powder. So it's your maca root. Now this is different because it's definitely for stamina and endurance and oxygenating your blood and for your hormones. Falling pregnant, I've had many people fall pregnant on this because it's very good for your hormones, PCOS, endometriosis, any woman's health. So that is why the people fall pregnant, because that comes right. But it is slightly sweet and creamy. So it is creamed like the latte. There are dairy and lactose-free creamer. Very important. All our products have no dairy in. So it's not a dairy creamer, but it is slightly sweet as well. So just let them know that. For me, the Supreme is a little bit burnt in flavor. I'm not a fan of the Supreme, to be honest, but some people cannot live without it. So it's it's personal taste on that one. So that's quite nice to have a sachet. You can taste it and see what you think. But that is one that is slightly different because of the ginseng and the maca root. And then the latte is the same size as the Supreme, but it's just Ganoderma. So it's your Ganoderma flesh of the mushroom inside your latte. The latte, a lot of people have even before sleep. So that is quite a nice one to have. Also sweetened, non-dairy, and just a really nice tasting latte. Like if someone normally goes to a or buys those silly cappuccino lattes or goes to a shop and buys a latte, that is very similar in tasting. I actually think it tastes a little bit like cremora with your coffee. But yeah, so the latte, very good. Nice for kids. You can have that iced as well. Very nice iced. So add a little bit of hot water with your ice, zhuzh it up. Very good. And then the bigger ones are your latte, your cocoa and your mocha. They're both the same size, but they're really big. Like I don't have a whole sachet in my cup. You can definitely halve these, and you can see it's a really big sachet. So if you put that next to the black, you can see it's like really different. So the mocha has the cocoa inside. Cocoa is very good for your brains. It's very good for calm. Cocoa is an amazing benefit to have in the Ganoderma as well with the Arabica bean coffee. So also kids can have this, also like an iced kind of mocha. Very good. And you can have 2 sachets with that. So that's a nice one. And then the last one is the hot cocoa. I do love the hot cocoa, and I do have half of it in my cup. And it makes you sleep so well. But this is great for kids, ADHD, autism. Cocoa is doing really well. It's the Ganoderma in the cocoa. But also, if you have a small child who's 3 years old, you would never use the whole sachet. You can just spoon out 2 or 3 teaspoons, mix it up in whatever, and they can drink it like that. Also, hot or cold is fine, but that's plain cocoa. There is 0 caffeine in the hot cocoa, 0. So it's your Ganoderma and cocoa only. Also slightly sweet, non-dairy creamer. So those are the coffees. So you need to learn yourself the benefits of Ganoderma. So go through this, the sheets that we put up, go through the infographics, do some PubMed article research. I mean, 144 benefits. I'm not going to ask you to say them off by heart, but I mean, know that it does diabetes, cholesterol, blood pressure, hormones, heart health, oxygenate your body, detox your body, helps you with weight loss, helps you with gut health, helps you with constipation, IBS, endometriosis, PCOS, falling pregnant, focus, cognition, migraines, headaches. Like you should be able to spurt those off. Like if you say to someone, what is your health concern? And they say migraines, you say, I know Ganoderma does that. And you can get the fact sheet for them. So know what it does. This is your product. Be proud of your product. Know your product like the back of your hand. So yes, those are the coffees. And then the teas, we have the red tea and the green tea. Also a little bit different because they do have Ganoderma in, but the red tea also has your cordyceps, which is brilliant for energy, and it's good for, it has anti-cancer properties, it's good for kidneys, good for bladder infections, also very low caffeine, like almost 0. And then your green tea is green tea as well as Ganoderma. So that's also great for, I find it's very good for, like if you have a really bad eating weekend, it's nice to have a green tea at the end of the weekend. Also debloats you, also helps with water retention. I find the green tea really refreshing. And that tea bag you can use 2 or 3 times. So it's quite a nice value for money, the teas. And then we do have the capsules. So capsules are obviously, but there are 90 capsules in a tube. So you've got your lucidum, your mycelium, and your spore powder capsules. So 3 of the 3 mushroom parts that I spoke about, they are all in the capsules. And then of course the kai, don't forget the kai. I packed my kai away, it was here, but it is brilliant for your skin. It is good for weight loss. It is good for also water retention. It's just good for everything. It is in my fridge. If I have a bite, a cut, a scrape, if my dogs have scrapes, if anyone's sick, they get it for clears their nose, everything. So it's really something that you can use for everybody in the family. Just remember, it does have iodine in it. So we do have a warning on it for pregnancy and breastfeeding because of the iodine. So that's the seaweed that's inside, again, the organokai. So just remember that. Okay, so that was just a quick rundown of the products because I get messages every day asking me, what's this, what's that, what's this, what's this? The few little differences, but all have Ganoderma in. Make sure people are choosing the flavor they love so that when you follow up with them, you do have a follow-up story and they don't tell, they pass it on to someone else. Okay, so let's get to this one. Marion, can you use the latte for weight loss? Yes, you can. I've seen very many testimonies with the latte. Yes, it is sweetened, but remember, the latte is actually a little bit more Ganoderma in it, so it cancels the negative effect of the sugar. So that's why people can still lose weight on it. That's why people with diabetes can still drink our products because they're not getting the full sugar rush that they would because of the Ganoderma. So yes, I have seen testimonials with latte. Obviously, the black is the most popular. Because they can add milk and sugar to it if they wanted to. They could add sweetener if they were losing weight or a little bit of honey. But the latte, I have seen testimonials on people losing weight. So yes, you can. That's that question. How effective is the board on marketing for your business? The board's app on marketing business. So I haven't used the board app for marketing my business. I haven't actually looked into that part of it, because a lot of people don't, but equipping yourself in the business is definitely a must. So you can download the boards app for free and then get whoever is your leader, get their boards app and jump on it because it's got all the testimonials in there. You have got them at the fingertips. So if someone says you, does it help with endometriosis, you can go straight in, go to the boards app, go to the testimonials, send them the endometriosis, read it yourself, send it to them, and you've got it instantly on hand. All the YouTube are in there, product information, pictures you can use. So for marketing your business, definitely it'll help you have all the reserves that you need and things that you want to find at your fingertips, that you don't have to scroll for hours and hours through a WhatsApp group or through a Telegram group or through a Facebook group. It's so easy to go into your boards app and find things. So I use it for that. So it definitely helps you on equipping yourself. Everyone, thank you so much. You're welcome. We are presenting the Department of Defense and Department of Minerals and Energy. Amazing. What's your top tips for us as we launch our Organo Love tour this month through? Okay, that is amazing. So you know what? Someone actually said to me at the souk, they said to me, this would be great to market in businesses because people need the best out of their employees as possible. Because let's face it, we've all got stress, we've all got things on our minds, we're all tired, some people didn't sleep that night before, they're not functioning as well at work the next day. So I would definitely say to market it as a better working environment, better output from your employees. They're going to focus more at work. They're going to be more attentive. They're going to sleep well at night so they're not tired in the day. They're going to have more energy. They're going to have stamina. They're going to have endurance. So just market it as a health product that's going to wake up the people in the workspace. So I definitely think that's a good way to push it. And when someone said that to me, I thought, you know what, that's actually so true. To go to a company that's like fully, like where you're going, like that everyone needs to be awake and alive and at full attention all the time, this coffee is going to help them with that. It's going to not, people drink coffee all day to get that high. So every cup they're drinking, they're dropping, they're drinking, they're dropping. So there's so much non-function throughout the day. Whereas if they have a Ganoderma infused coffee, they've got full energy, full focus. They don't need all other stimulants to get through the day, and it's going to help them sleep better at night. So when they wake up, they're focused and they can get to work. So I would definitely market that kind of thing. Bridge, I think that would be a really nice way to put it towards them, because yeah, everyone there needs to be awake. I hope that helped. Yeah, it's something that we all need. Like, I cannot function without my coffee. There's no ways. I've had someone say to me, and I could never tell you what the coffee did for me, but I can tell you when I don't have it how much it did for me, because they can't function without it. And it's not the coffee, it's the Ganoderma, because it's a superfood, it's an antioxidant, it's something that your body needs. So once it has it and it's performing at that peak, when you don't have it, you realize how much your body needs it. So it's oxygenating your blood, it's helping you just be more focused and alive. I actually, at the minute, because I'm so busy, I have 2 cups. I have one at like 6 and one at about 8, and I shouldn't normally, because I don't normally need it, but I'm having by 4 o'clock. I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't eaten anything today, because it's just keeps me so like. So yeah, I think that's a good way to market it. Very good. You're welcome. And you know what? They all need to be awake and happy and stressed. That's one thing. Another guy said to me, it's such a stressful job. I found that your coffee just takes the edge off. Like, I'm not on that, like, that buzz that I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, or you get to the place where, should I do that? Shouldn't I do this? He says, I'm just so focused and I'm not stressed, and I'm coping so much better in my stressful job, in my stressful life. So I would definitely push it on that part, Bridge. Anyone else before this time runs up? So just to recap, focus on your why, have it in your mind, have it so real that you can touch it, just like a bikini on the fridge, or have a mind focused on what you are doing it for, why you are doing it, what you want to achieve, and then equip yourself. Go onto the boards groups, go onto the Facebook, read things. Like, instead of scrolling through Facebook, I mean, Pinterest, you can type in Ganoderma and you can see so many information about Ganoderma. Go on to PubMed articles, the Facebook groups, and research. Like, type in something at the top so they come up for you. Just equip yourself. This is your business. This is something that you must have with passion and just like love it. So I hope you do. I'm not going to be here next week. I am on our family vacation that is fully paid for by the company. So like I say, I'm very, very blessed. I count my blessings every day, because without God and without Organo, definitely wouldn't be going on family vacations in the middle of February. So yes, I won't be here, but I have got a data package, so I will be available, but I just won't be doing calls. But God bless you all. Have a super great evening, and just be great. Just be great. Just put everything you've got into it, because when you do it with all your heart, you will succeed. Okay, guys. Bye.